Good day, sir, and good day, everyone. My name is Vinny and I'm a member of the YC Club. What is YC? YC is a group of young people who have come together determined to put in their opinions, values, and skills to making a change in the world. Currently working on a project called My Climate Action Story. So this project contains radios, podcasts, interviews, and so on. So as part of the interviews, I'll be interviewing this sir over here. So what's your name?
Oh, I'm Emmanuel Aderowo. I'm a school leader. Thank you for having me.
So, sir, obviously, we're all like victims of the rising temperatures of the country today. So, obviously, our heat is rising, the temperature is rising, everything like we're being like victims of serious heat right now. So, sir, we've like done research and we've like noticed that the result of this is called of climate change. So, sir, how do you think like the rising heat temperatures and like climate change in general affects our day-to-day life?
I think the very first thing is to appreciate you for even coming up with an initiative like this. It's a global phenomenon we're talking about here, and it's something that we must really begin to pay careful and, of course, intentional attention to. So it's a good thing. I must commend you and your team for this and for having me, of course. So thank you. So in looking at what climate change refers to, I think that's basically the first I want to even talk about what is climate change. And for me, I know it's a long-term changes to the climate, to the environment,
Yes.
and most of this time, it's a lot, before now, it will be like natural activities. Sometimes it can even be what do you call it? It can be due to volcano eruptions and all of that. But I think in the late 1800s, it became more of man-made activities. Burning of fossil fuels, methane, and all of that. So it means that for us to begin to look at wanting to reducing the effect of climate change, we need to now change our lifestyle, change some of the things that we do now, and then of course adjust it to ensure that our own livelihood is not affected by the effect of global warming, which is, like I said earlier, a global phenomenon and needs to be addressed like immediately. So yeah, so I think we can pick up the conversation from there.
Okay. So my next question, sir.
Yeah.
So as individuals, humans in the environment and ecosystem, we all have. I'm a student and a worker. So like, how do you think that we can put into our schedule little things that we can like help in the climate change? It could be like small things like cleaning bottles or simple things like what do you suggest to people who don't really have time to actually dedicate a lot of their time to climate change? What are the smallest things we can do?
Yeah, there are quite a number of things we can do. For instance, just say for instance, at home you can decide to save energy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to leave your bulb on, stay all through the night. You know, saving energy saves you money at the same time saves us from a lot of problems due to the atmosphere. For instance, you can decide to walk
Mm-hmm.
instead of having to drive your car and
Yes.
release a lot of toxic gases into the air. Take a walk, use a bicycle, okay, as against having to all have ourselves drive. The, get to eat lots of fruits. There are quite a number of things. Eat a lot of vegetable. Consider your travel plans. If you don't have to travel, stay at home. Now people are doing lots of remote jobs, so I don't have to go to office to a proper office. I can actually have an office right in my house. Get things done from the comfort of my home, and eventually I get to save a lot of energy that should have been wasted, traveling back and forth. Throw away less food, for instance. Throw away less food, and then it means that we conserve what we eat and ensure that what we need is what we're actually producing, and then we don't produce much more, and then eventually it's resulting to waste. Of course, reducing, reusing, okay, recycling quite a number of things is important. So when you recycle, you also have to also upcycle as well, so that you use it at different times. So we don't eventually get to having ourselves blaming ourselves for wasting too many resources that could have been used for quite a number of amazing stuff. Yes.
So, sir, to my next question, how do you believe like technology helps climate change? Like obviously we have AI, we have numerous robots, different things. Technology is advancing every single day. So do you think this benefits climate change or doesn't?
Oh, it does. It does. Of course, technology comes with its own baggage of both the good and not so good. All right. But I think it's important that we focus on mirroring on the good aspects of technology. I just told you about recycling things. Technology helps us do that. Yeah. So you have a lot of opportunity to recycle things, and when you recycle, you also upcycle them. So that is aided by advanced technology. All right. We also have things. We also talk about having to work from home, remote jobs. That's a result of technology. Yeah. 20 years, 30 years ago, it wasn't available because we hadn't gotten to that stage. You could actually have this meeting with me from the comfort of your home, right? So that is as a result of technology. So that's an impact of technology in all that we do. We're talking about having to walk or use the bicycle or probably use the skateboard, move from place to the other. If you go to some advanced countries, not many people, you come to our school, many people are bringing their cars. They don't do that in some schools abroad. Okay, every child with his own bicycle, and advanced bicycles for that matter, roller skateboards and all of that is as a result of advancement in technology. So technology has a role to play, and it's actually playing its role perfectly. We only expect that it will get better, okay, and emit less what do you call it, toxins into the atmosphere, and of course have a wonderful environment to live in.
Okay. With everything you said aside is very agreeable. My last question, sir. So if we begin climate change action right now, how do you think we can sustain it? Or how possible is it to sustain climate change action, especially in some specific countries where we have corruption? Like how sustainable could it be?
I think the first thing is when people need to understand that the environment is for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, so when you know that what you're doing will have a direct impact on you, you will take ownership of all of this. All right. So the weather condition today wasn't so nice because it was quite scorching for everyone. It wasn't only for you. I experienced it. Yeah, quite a number of people experienced it. If you're going to come out into the streets, you'll experience the same thing. It means that everybody, we are all a part of the environment. So people need to understand that what we do is not for a select few. It's for everyone, right? So when they take ownership of it, it won't be difficult for them to actually be a part of it. So when we come up with action plans, everybody will key into it. So what we need first of all is to let people understand that you are a part of this. We get their buy-in, and we get their buy-in regardless of where you are, where you live, who you are, at what level you want to operate. Either a private citizen or you belong to one government parastatal, you know that you have a role to play. Everyone has a role to play. Okay? You don't drop things on the floor. You don't just put on your generator and leave it all through the night. Everybody has one thing or the other to do. So it's a global thing. Everyone has to be on board if we're actually going to make it a successful one. So it's for us all.
So everything you said is very agreeable, and I thank you so much for your time. And thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so very much. I think that, like I said, it's a good one that you guys are taking this up. And I want to encourage many more guys out there to join this wonderful team. It's a wonderful thing they are doing. It's something that affects us all, something that will determine the survival of the human race in a few years' time. So, and that's something that we should take quite seriously. So, thank you once again for having me. I'm Mr. Emmanuel Aderowo. I'm a school leader, and then have a wonderful day.